Welcome to Familypreneur, the podcast for parent entrepreneurs
raising kidpreneurs.
It's time for your weekly dose of inspiration and actionable tips to build your business and find better balance, all while strengthening your family. And now we'd like to introduce your host.
She's my mom and thebomb.com,
Meg Brunson.
Hey there, thanks for joining me on another episode of the Familypreneur podcast. Today's guest is an online course consultant and coach who has been creating online training for the past 7 years. She's a single mom to 2 mostly adult humans, plus a trio of rescue dogs and some other critters. She has a love of sarcasm, serving others, cheese, and her hometown baseball team. She shares her education and business knowledge on her Tracey Teaches Facebook page, in her Becoming a Course Creator group, as well as on her podcast entitled Online Course Creation and More. I'm excited to introduce you today to Tracey Lewis Stoeckel. Hey, Tracey, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for bearing with me as I hit like mumble jumbles before we started to record.
It happens to the best of us.
So you are joining us at the Online Marketing Summit, and you're an expert in delivering educational content. So I want to start with a question. Education is actually one of my 5 pillars for social media marketing, represented by the second E in EIEIO marketing. So why is it important for all entrepreneurs to learn how to educate their audience?
I really feel like sales is education, and education is required for sales. And so I feel like if you are creating a product, if you're educating your audience about a product, that's all comes down to creating educational content. All of the content you create should be educational in some way. It should either be meant to provide value by giving a lesson, or to move your ideal client from where they're sitting with their problem to where you want them to be, which is purchasing your product or service. To me, like understanding the basic principles of education helps you be a better content creator and a better salesperson. So
this isn't just limited to like creating educational courses, but it applies across the board, right?
Absolutely. My specialty is course creation. It's what I teach. And I work primarily with high-end course creation, people who have 6-figure businesses and just they have all this stuff in their head, but they don't know how to get it out into a course. But yeah, I mean, I think that anybody who, if you're creating any sort of content, even as minimal as Facebook posts for your business, it's important to know how to help your audience make those transitions. And whether you call them learning goals or whether you call them sales, it's the same thing. I always laugh when people think that, sales is a dirty word. And it's like, well, if you're teaching somebody anything and you're trying to get them to adopt a mindset or an attitude, you're selling, you're being persuasive, and that's all sales. So yeah, I think it's super important.
Now, can you give us a little rundown of what else attendees are going to learn when they attend your session?
Well, my course just talks about how to make sure that your content sticks with people. And by sticks, I mean like they'll remember it, in that it's going to, create like long-term, knowledge for them, but also that they're going to remember you. And so I talk about not just using educational theory and psychology in your content, but how to make sure that you yourself is a memorable person in terms of how you present and how you're authentic, and that both those things are going to kind of come together and help what you create stick with your audience.
Awesome. And at the summit, we're really focused on developing a marketing plan. Can you share your experience with why having a plan is essential for business success?
No, plans. Well, if you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going, right? And that's like 100% for me. I feel like a lot of people, when you don't have a plan, you just don't know what that next step is, and so you can't take a step. And just making sure that have a strategy for how you're going to move from here to there. It's just the same as what I teach with education, how you're going to move your learner from here to there. Without a plan, you're not going to know when you get there, you're not going to know how to get there, and it's going to take you way, way, way longer to get there.
Yes. Well, you have so much more value to contribute, and you're sharing all your secrets with us at the Organic Marketing Summit, which is happening November 9th through 13th. So over the course of that week, attendees are going to be building their 2021 marketing plans alongside over 20 industry leading experts like Tracey, who are invested in their success. Tickets are completely free. So right now, like right this second, we're wrapping up. Stop the podcast, go to organicmarketingsummit.com and reserve your free ticket. I tell you to do it now because something is about to happen. Something shiny is about to happen. The next podcast is going to start. The next video is going to start. This needs to be on your to-do list because this is a summit you're not going to want to miss. Thank you so much, Tracey, for taking time out of your schedule to share so much value with us today and at the summit.
Thanks for having me, Meg. I cannot wait to meet everybody and answer all the questions you have.
Head over to organicmarketingsummit.com and grab your free ticket to the Organic Marketing Summit today. It's happening November 9th through 13th, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Bye for now.
Do us a favor. Share this podcast to a friend. It's like my mom always says, sharing is caring.